The project that I was initially doing some groundwork and kind of scoping out was the My Dad's a Hero project. I did do a little bit of help setting that project up, but then the majority of the stuff that I was doing was some admin with Dom, moving from an existing system to a new one. I spent time at the residential aged care facility doing administrative stuff, getting together business donations for a trivia night that they ran for residents. What I'm doing at the moment is in the transformation team, which is, and I'm taking the reins of what's a strategic environmental scan. It's trying to get a feel for all of the innovation activity that's going on throughout the aged care industry. In particular, looking at the in-home care sector to start with, and looking at what the competition is doing, any regulations or legislation that's relevant. Looking at consumers, what they're telling us about what they want. Looking at employees, not just the BAPCare employees, but the support workers. And lastly, what kind of technologies are being applied to the aged care sector now and in the future. Probably one of the more challenging aspects that I've found with BAPCare is, and particularly in the residential aged care, was how dated and aged the different systems were that were in place. So for example, volunteer hours and tracking that is still done with spreadsheets and through physical signing of a page. So that was a little bit of a challenge, but by the sounds of it, some of the volunteers have worked on a project that's going to develop some software that can take a lot of that work out of it. Looking at BAPCare in a professional sense, it's been good to re-engage with a professional environment, a large-scale organisation, and get that kind of a mindset back on. It's also been really beneficial to understand the value of volunteers and what rewards and recognition are really important to creating a dynamic volunteer workforce. It's also been really beneficial to have an understanding about what the industry is like in aged care, and from an entrepreneurship perspective, and as a growing area of aging population, it's a really interesting understanding to have of a very relevant industry.
G'day folks, my name's Tim, happy Monday. I'm going to share 3 things with you here today. Firstly, a little bit to bring up to speed on what I'm doing right now. And lastly, just a couple of things that I've learned both professionally and personally at my time here at BAPCare. A little bit about what I had done. Literally, no joke, I came here to have a coffee with Dom and talk about how we could do a community garden in the hub. I ended up signing up for 2 days a week after that chat with Dom. I did 1 day at Karana, which is one of our residential aged care centres up in Kew. Did some admin work, did a bit of logging and volunteer hours, did some design. Managed to hustle $500 worth of business donations for a trivia night we did for residents. Also did 1 day a week here in the hub, did some admin things, migrated some stuff from the old BAP Connect to SharePoint. Also won the battle with the binder in the mailing room, which nearly destroyed me. And also at Karana, I made the absolute best coffee that the staff there have ever had, probably ever had. In terms of where I am now, I'm day 5 in the transition team, so shout out to Sue and Teo and Michelle as well. I'll be spread across a couple of things. We've got an internal startup here at BAPCare, believe it or not, called My Best Life, which is looking to deliver in-home care to different customers in a different way using different service models. Very exciting. I'm also going to be working on an innovation scan, so a strategic environmental scan of what activity and innovation sets are going on and how we can learn from that. I'm also hopefully going to be helping out wherever there's spotfires and that stuff. In terms of what I've learned professionally and personally, it's amazing to have seen the cohort just is leaving now. Volunteers who are left, they're done, they're finished with that, yeah. It's really interesting to see how you recognise and reward a volunteer group to make a really dynamic workforce and things. So that's really interesting. It's also great as an entrepreneurship student to learn about the aged care industry, which we're all going to get older, there's plenty of us, so that's really interesting for the knowledge. And lastly, shout outs, they've all gone, so I'm not going to hear this, but that's an incredible cohort of people who put in a lot of work. And I know she's going to kill me for this. A large catalyst is because of this amazing woman here. They wouldn't have worked as hard, and she's just amazing. So thank you, Dom, and thank you, volunteers, and thank you,